let's go ahead and get going. So we are going to do just one assignment for reading or ELA today. We're going to take the test for Bad Boy. So it's about 20 questions. I think it's 25 points total. But before we do that, starting tomorrow, I guess. So tomorrow is a half day for the kids here. And our lunch is now earlier, starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, and then from then on out, our lunchtime is going to be at 11 o'clock here, which means we need to shift our morning a little bit forward for you guys that are online. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Larry did. And then this is going to be the new schedule, basically. So tomorrow, the highlighted part is when you guys need to be online here. They'll be here no matter what, but it also means for them in person that they can't be late because they're going to miss ELA. So you got to be on time if you're here, and if you're at home, you got to make sure you log on earlier now. And this is going to be our constant schedule from here on out. So it's starting tomorrow on Friday. We'll have ELA from 8 to 8:45. It's a little bit shorter on Fridays because Ms. Pontel will come in and do art. For those of them that are in person, they'll do art in person. For online, I'll have my computer set up so that you can see Ms. Pontel and do the same stuff as them. And then we'll go like directly into math from 9:15 to 10. So on Friday mornings, for you guys at home, it's like a constant, you're on the video call for like 2 hours straight. Sorry. But there was really no other way to schedule this. So yeah, that might be a little bit of a long morning, but you'll be okay. You'll get a half-hour break after math, and then we'll come and do a half hour of science or social studies, whichever one we're on, and then we'll be done. Because we here have to go to lunch, and then they go home pretty much immediately after lunch. So that means you guys only have that 3 hours of work at home. Does that make sense for Fridays?
Yeah.
Potentially between 10 and 10:30. Well, I have to see who's outside and who's not. Yeah. You have to get ready. You are here by 8 o'clock, Charlie. School starts at 7:55. If you're here for the morning reading like you have been, you'll be fine. Okay. So for those of you online, it's going to start a half hour earlier all the time. So starting Monday when we get back from break, that's when we go to this Monday through Thursday schedule that's on the left. So we'll do ELA from 8 to 9. So we'll still spend an hour on it. Math will be from 10 to 11 because at 11 o'clock, the kids in person have to go upstairs to lunch. And then science/social studies is going to stay the same. Still 12:30 to 1:30. There's no reason to change that one. Okay, but I'm going to send this out over break too as like an email to everybody's families so that you guys have this schedule. If you're here, you don't necessarily need it, but at home, you're going to need the schedule. Over break, we're also going to send out like some like guidelines for those of you that are online so that if you are online, there's going to be some like rules and like consequences if you're not showing up to live lessons. So just keep that in mind for after break. It's going to be a little bit of a tighter schedule and rein on you guys at home because we got to make sure you guys are held responsible just like the ones here. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie has a question. Huh? Our lunchtime? Of 11. Yep. Starting tomorrow. You go from 11 to 11:20 upstairs, and then you go outside from 11:20 to 11:40. And then you leave at 12:15 on Fridays. Just on Fridays. Then we come back to class and we do the afternoon. The rest of the day, yeah. We'll have social studies in the afternoons. So that's going to be the schedule. I'm going to send this document out to parents and guardians and all that stuff so that you have the schedule that we'll be doing. But just remember that for tomorrow, you are going to be doing this highlighted schedule. So you got to make sure you get on earlier tomorrow. Capiche? Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's talk about our test. It's just like the other tests that we've been taking. So it's in Google Classroom. Under ELA, it's called Bad Boy Test. 20 questions, 25 points total. Basically what we have been doing, you'll open it up. You can open up the Bad Boy story as well. So you can use the story while you take the test, okay? You don't have to do one or the other. So you can have the story in front of you while you take the test and have it help you out. Take your time. Those of you online, I'd like you to stay on until you finish it, please. Because yeah, you can start. Basically, if you don't finish it today, you have to finish it by tomorrow at like 2, or else it's not going to go in your grades. Like it's going to be a 0 in your grade. So I would like you to stay on and finish it today so that you know you've done it. All right? Plus I can tell who's done it and who's not. So I can see a few of you guys are already in progress working on it. Most of you guys are not yet. So go ahead and get started on that. Once you are done, if you're online, just let me know and you can head out. If you're in person, find something else to work on as well. Liliana, I have this for you. Charlie? These? These? They're the pictures you guys chose when you made your account, I'm pretty sure. No? Then they just assigned it to you guys. And it's like, you have an orange person. But basically, I can tell if you're in progress on the assignment, if you started it at all. So like I can look at your assignments, and if it's not started, I know you haven't even opened it. If it's in progress, you've opened it and you're working on it. And then there's some that say completed if you're absolutely done with it. That's what it looks like on my end. So I can always tell if you're even doing it. If you're not even doing it, pretty easy to know. Yeah. Yeah. So for you guys, 20 question test, go ahead and get working on that. Stay online if you are working on it online, please. I'm gonna go charge my computer and move this way. Oh, that's not a pretty picture. I think you're done with that. That was where you wrote your personal narrative. You probably just never actually turned it in. Okay, so you're working on that. I'll turn on a little bit of music for you guys to enjoy.